We're at the point where I think NASCAR would be better run by a rubber band and a shoe. It was revealed today, or announced today, when they announced the new format for the Clash, the Busch Clash at the LA Coliseum for the NASCAR Cup Series coming up in a few weeks. They announced a new format. We're gonna have some practice sessions. The practice sessions are gonna set up the lineup for the heat races that you have to finish in the top 5 of in order to make the main event Sunday night. So these heat races, this is where everybody is going to get an opportunity to run to try to make the main event. And you would think that that would be some like must-see TV. Well, that's the only place you're going to be able to see it, because fans are not allowed to be in the stands. Because these heat races take place on Saturday, and there's going to be no one in the stands for anything on Saturday, the practice sessions, or the heats. Only time when the grandstand opens will be on Sunday for the main event. Twitter is up in arms, and rightfully so. So you're telling me that you're going to pave over all this grass and make a racetrack in this stadium in a huge market, Los Angeles, and you're not going to have the whole weekend available for fans to come and watch the on-track activity in person? And then you got dipshit comments like this coming from people inside of the sport that are saying, oh, I don't even really see that many people at practice to begin with. And they wonder why NASCAR is dying. The whole point of these stadium races, paving over football fields and whatnot, the whole point was to go to places where you really weren't before, where the NASCAR footprint wasn't that large. This should be the most all-inclusive, all-access pass race, at least one of them, of the whole year. For one, there are no points on the table. It's just like a warm-up for the season. It's something that, it's just for money, it's for bragging rights, it's just to loosen up after the off-season. So it's supposed to be a fun event. You're gonna have Machine Gun Kelly performing a halftime show, for God's sakes. And yet, for some reason, because I guess practice means so little to NASCAR, where they have just gutted the practice schedules, they're not allowing, and they're not selling tickets to this. They're not allowing anybody to show up on Saturday. They're gonna have, it's gonna be like COVIDian times. COVIDian? Corona time, 2020. Remember those races? You could hear a mouse fart 10 counties away as the race was going. Well, that is what we are going back to, and that is why I, again, am reminded the heads of NASCAR don't really know what the hell they're doing. They think they do. They think they have all the answers. They've thought that for a very long time. But I'm here to say that is completely incorrect, and I'm sure those of you that are watching, a little bit of a voice crack, those of you that are watching right now are probably going to echo my sentiment down in the comments. That wasn't me farming for engagement. I really think that a lot of people are going to be on my side with this thing. So NASCAR, when you inevitably pave over Yankee Stadium's field, are you only going to allow fans in for the final 5 laps of that 100-lap feature? Or how about this? Why don't we put a dome over top of Bristol so no one in an airplane could possibly fly over top and see your racing product? Because apparently that is what you are after, allowing no new eyeballs to see your product. And it's not just about practice, it's the heat races. The heat races, which are going to showcase everybody that are attempting to make the field. The fans, they could buy tickets for this, and their driver might not even make it because they missed the event in the heat race. Say I'm a Giggles Logano fan, all right, and he doesn't make it through. He fails to advance from his heat race into the main event. I don't know, it could happen. He could get spun out, anything. But I bought a ticket. I thought that I was going to get to at least see him in the heat race before he got bumped. Why am I going to go then if I already know the day before that he's not going to be there? A lot of people seem to be pissed off about this. Thank God. There are a few special nuggets that have been sprinkled in there that seem to like backtalk this whole thing and support NASCAR's decision of not allowing anybody in to see racing that's going on. I thought that's what we were about. I thought this was a fan-driven sport. I thought you'd want to sell tickets. So many decisions of this league, of this series, it just doesn't make any sense. And you really have to wonder, you know, are they actually righting the ship? Are they actually sending things in the right direction again? They got new TV deals and the new next-gen car, but Jesus Christ, it feels like we got a ship without a captain. I mean, there are a bunch of people that think that they are captains, but none of them have a compass. Liberty Media bought F1 and turned it into an entertainment powerhouse. And I get the feeling that NASCAR is going to keep bumbling along until maybe something similar happens, until we could get the people at the top. I'm not calling for anybody to not be a part of the company anymore, but the decision makers, egads. 2024, is this what we have to expect? More of this? It's going to be a long year.